All right, good morning, distinguished guests, respected colleagues, and future nurses. It's a privilege to be the one to welcome you to this session titled Beyond Nursing. This is the first of its kind Beyond Nursing conference. And I would give us a little time to reach out to our contact, send the link to them, tell them to join to start streaming now on YouTube. We are live now. We are live now. Thank you. I can see people joining. Please, I'll give us about few minutes to add other people to the live stream. Please send the link out. Send it out. Send it out. You don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss this.
Not really. It's just like our statement, like our brand statement. Oh,
All right. So I think you've been able to invite one or two people now. So without wasting much of our time, I would like to introduce myself. I am Nos Alabai Emmanuel, a fresh graduate of the University of Ilorin, and I am your host for today. So the Team Favorite Nurse. Yes, Team Favorite Nurse is a public health group that is very well concerned with public health announcement. Sorry for that hitch in the network. So as I was saying, Team Favorite Nurse is a group of nurses that are well concerned about public health and they have interest in nurses and even global impact. And they are the ones that help people make healthier choices for their life. So, and they've been, if you know, we have been working a lot on bringing out conferences, webinars on important topics that are related to health and life as a whole. And it even spans across with mental health, reproductive health, even other things that are very, very not um, shown to the public, people, things that people do not know about. And the Beyond Nursing Conference is a sister program of the And this is the first edition. As you can see, that it's Beyond Nursing Conference 1, and it is concerned with what you have to expect even in the nursing field or beyond nursing, like the name suggests. So I would give us a little time as we are listening. Let's all try to connect. Let's connect and send the link out. Send the link out. So we have distinguished guests that would be giving us hot, when I say hot, I mean hot, very hot, insightful topics on things that you do know beyond, that you do not even know, and some that you know that is beyond the nursing field. And we have with us Nurse Badakin Moturayo, as Nurse Rhoda, which is also who is also the head of the team favorite nurse. So also we have Nurse Inyodarut. I hope we can see the flyer. I hope you can see the flyer. So I'm waiting for our speaker to come on the stage. So why she come on stage, I would love to read her bio so you know that she's we are really, really, really privileged to have someone like her giving us insightful topics on today's Beyond Nursing Conference. So Nurse Barakim Rhoda is a Christian graduate from the prestigious University of Ilorin, where she graduated and is a registered nurse, registered midwife, and a registered public health nurse, a three-in-one. I have a she has her interest in public speaking, public health education, and awareness, where she talk about healthcare from the grassroots down to the global level. With the same passion, she started her own team of nurses in the late 2019, which is the team Favorite Nurse, where she has the sole aim of reaching a larger audience and impacting their health choices. The team has partnered with several non-governmental organizations such as the Sanitary Aid, the Hairwear, Female Around the World, amongst many others, also to help people make healthier choices. The team and Rhoda has reached more than 10 communities in Kwara State with the good news of preventive care and early intervention. She has a thriving YouTube platform, Nurse Moulton, and also where she this is where she educates people on health and awareness. Together with the team members, they host monthly webinars, and they also address major health concerns and the need of public. In her free time, she designs for House of Gazelle, and which is a fast rising fashion brand in Nigeria. So with innovation, I would love to add Nurse Barakin Muturayo to the stage where she'll be giving us beautiful one on personal branding. Good morning, Ma.
Good morning, Nasalaba Emmanuel. Thank you for the warm welcome. Can I be heard? Can I be heard?
Yes, Ma. Yes, Ma. I can hear you now.
Okay. Thank you so much, Nasalaba Emmanuel, for the warm welcome. As he has rightly introduced, my name is Nos Badaki Motorayo, lead team favorite nurse. And today I am here as a speaker, and I'm so glad to be here. I'll be talking on personal branding. And just as they have said, if this is your first time, thank you and welcome. Make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms and you also subscribe to this YouTube channel. Please share this link to as many nurses that you know you like to benefit from this conference. Beyond Nursing Conference is beyond nursing. So just as he has rightly said, this is the first episode, this is the first conference that we'll be having. Hopefully by the next time we'll be having it as a physical one. We trust God for help. So Beyond Nursing started as a longing for nurses to see the other and better sides of bedside. I know that it's not everybody that will leave the bedside, right? But we'll still also be focusing on this this aspect. We're talking about nursing as in bedside and even outside bedside. So if this is one of the things that you like to be a part of, please make sure you always check us out on our social media platform. We'll be posting more of these things like this um, on those pages. So you're welcome. Today I'll be talking about personal branding. I know that the word personal branding, a brand as it is or as it were, when we think about branding, we leave it to, oh, I am, it is for people that are giving services in quotes that are rendering services or they have something to sell. You'll be like, oh, branding, but I'm not selling anything. Why do I have to brand? Why do we have to talk about personal branding? It is very, very important because there is already a reputation that you're building. You're active or you're not active online, on site, however it is, you already have a reputation. So it is now for you to build that reputation in a way you want to be seen. Do you get what I'm trying to say now? So you don't have to sell anything to become a brand. Did you get that? You don't have to sell anything to become a brand. And if you're not with your notepads, I would implore you to get your notepads to jot one or two. So you don't have to sell anything. I said that in my opening statement. You don't have to sell anything. You don't have to offer services before you become a brand. There are names that we have across board that when we hear, they are not literally selling something, but you know that they stand out as a brand. Example is someone who I follow, the global team. When you hear that name, it strikes a chord, not because she sells anything. She's a climate activist and now she has a brand. But before her having a brand, she already had the name. So the name in quotes, you can call it a brand. Now, what is personal branding? It is the intentional strategic process of defining and promoting your unique value, skills, and reputation in a way that you want people to see it, you want people to perceive it. Now, personal branding is not for everybody. I'll say that again. Personal branding is not for everybody. It is for people that are intentional, from my definition, about themselves, about their skills and their values, and about their reputation. So if you're someone that is nonchalant about, oh, however the word likes or seems fit, let them perceive me as such, personal branding is not for you. If you're someone that does not have value or skills, personal branding is also not for you. Personal branding, in a quote, is you trying to sell yourself in the way that you want to be seen. So if you don't have anything that you're selling, which in quote of value, which in quote is the skill set, you don't have anything about to do with branding, or if you're nonchalant about it. So let's move on. Now, there are 8 billion people in this world that are living. Like, to live a is not, sorry for the network glitch. It is just as I was saying, existing is good, but we're building up a brand and we want more than just existing. Existing is good. You're existing. Thank God for that. 8 billion others are also existing, but we want to change the narrative. We want to stand out because it is very easy for you to be among the 8 billion people and not do anything. So we don't want nurses now. We don't want nurses that are just part of the total number of nurses in Nigeria. We don't want nurses that would just add to the total number of nurses in the world without creating a value or creating something worthy to be sold, as it were, in personal branding. Personal branding again is the way you want to be seen and perceived. How do you want to be seen? How do you want to be perceived? Now, just as I said, if you type your name, my name, for example, Badaki Motorayo, I type it on Google, it will bring quite a number of things about me. So it will bring maybe Tim Favorite Nurse, it will bring my Instagram account, it will bring a whole lot of things. And for someone that does not know me, from that scroll through the internet, the person will be able to say, oh, I think I can really say this is what this person is about. Oh, I think this person is a Christian, this person is a nurse, and this person is active in on social media and is about creating awareness, health education, and making the world a better place. Now that's a perception. So now for you, and that's I'm not even sold, I'm not there. So I cannot even tell the person that, oh no, there's something important that you've missed out. Oh, I also like to design, or I also like to cook, or I also like to teach children. Those ones might not be there. Do you understand me now? So it is what you want people to see, that you want people to see that you're trying to put together. You don't want them to see something else. You don't want them to have another notion of you. And just as I said, if you're someone that is nonchalant and just want to be a part of the 8 billion people, personal branding, I'm sorry, is not for you. So personal branding is not bragging, is not self-promotion. It is your reputation and how people perceive you. Note, I keep saying your reputation, how people perceive you. Now, as a brand, there is a way that you want to be perceived. Do you want your brand to be perceived with honesty? You want your brand to be perceived with loyalty? You want your brand to be perceived as a person with discipline? You're a brand. Your reputation, your personal brand is just also what people say behind you when you leave the room, when you leave from work. Before you come, when you say, oh, you are the one coming for the duty, or you are the one I'm working with, oh, she's a nice person. Ah, I was so glad to work with her. Or when you leave and say, ah, thank God, I pray she's not on duty again with me, or I pray she's not on duty again with me, or something like that. So it is what people say behind you. It is what people perceive you to be. So if you are someone that you are particular about, oh, this is my core values and this is the way I would like to be perceived, you have to work towards it. It has to be built brick by brick. You cannot say you want to be seen as a disciplined person and you're not disciplined. You go to work at any time or the best time you think you should go. You're not being disciplined. People will not be tell at your back and say, oh, she's a very disciplined lady. I would like to work with her. You are someone that is not loyal. You are not someone that is truthful. People would definitely say that. 1% of what, or 2% of what people will say at the back is just their own personal, maybe beef or anything. But the majority is what you're living out. Do you understand what I just said? It is what you're living out. People will not just say anything trash about your brand when you've not lived to it. It is what you've lived to. It is what you've been over the years that is your reputation. So now, if you want a reputation that you want, you have to build it brick by brick. Now, for every post, every comment online and physically, we are building a reputation. For every late coming, for every money that snake are swallowed in your bosom, you're building a reputation that people will stick to. You cannot go into the mind of people and say, this is what I want you to see me as. You have to live out what you want to be seen as. Now, you're building a brand and you do not want to leave it to chance or to algorithm or to say, however it is. You have to be intentional about it. You have to be intentional. My definition involved intentionality, your unique skills and value. You have to be intentional about it. Now, key steps to building a personal brand. I've mentioned that your personal brand is about your reputation, it is how you want to be perceived. And although some people will still have beef with you, but mostly it is about what you act out, it is about what you say, it is about how you live, it is about how you comment. There are some people that I have not met physically, but the way they type online, the way they respond to comments, maybe vile, maybe very good, maybe I gave them a follow, maybe I gave them a thumbs up because of what they said. I already know, I already perceived that this is the person I would like to work with. This is the person I would like to be friends with because of their reputation, because of their personal brand. Now, you don't want to leave it to chance. You are selling something, you're selling yourself. I'm not saying you're selling yourself, but for someone that is intentional about branding, yeah, in a quote, selling yourself to the world in a way that you want to be seen. And you're not pleasing people. Personal branding is not about, oh, I am pleasing people. I want people to like me. People would like you and people would still hate you. The choice is up to them. But the way you behave and the way you act would allow them choose whichever to go with. That's it. So, key steps to build a personal brand. Figure out your goal. Why do I want to become a brand? Why do I want to become a brand? I told you that personal branding is not for everybody. If you don't have skills, if you don't have values, if you are not intentional about it, if you are leaving it to algorithm or you're nonchalant about it, you are not supposed to, you are not having a personal brand in a way, you are not a brand, like you are not intentionally building a brand because even that nonchalance is a brand. Yes. Actions, inactions, they are a brand. So figure out your goal. Why do I want to become a brand? Now, one of our speakers, the one that's coming after me now, Nurse Daru, before we met, I already had a visual perception. I already had a mental perception of who she is. I knew that definitely she's outgoing and she's going to be a lovely person. So when we met during my internship, it was all fun. I love her personality and all that. So I already had a mental, even before she introduced herself to me, I knew that, oh, I've seen you online. This is what you do. And I would like to be a part of your story or of your journey. So personal brand is not limited to online presence. It's not everybody that is online. Take it or leave it. Even in this computer age, it's not everybody that is online. At your workplace, you're building a brand. At the markets or even to your customers, you're already building a brand to that market or fish seller that already knows you to be, oh, you will not pay the correct amount, you price things down to a very unreasonable price. You already have a brand with them. So figure out your goal. What am I building? Why am I building a brand? Is it to be known? Because sorry I missed that. Why it matters to build a brand is because of opportunities, differentiation, and confidence. The first one I would like is differentiation. People will be able to know that this is what you stand for. There are some people that um you know that, oh, this is what they stand for. You don't have to meet them physically, and even if you meet them physically, you know that this is what they stand for, or they stand for modesty, they stand for excellence at work. There are some nurses that even by their post online, you know that this person would definitely be an excellent nurse because the way the person says, the way person respond, and people can fake it, I know, but you cannot fake it for long. There will be a time that there will be a slip of typing and you type nonsense. So, and even with people that you work with at work, so there is a differentiation. They will know that, oh, I like to work with this nurse. She might be strict, but she's strict about healthcare. She's strict about delivering quality excellence and excellent. She's about delivering quality and excellent healthcare. Do you understand? So there will be a differentiation about you. And I've already said either you're intentional about it or not, you're already building a brand. So why not be intentional about it? Why not? Why would you want to leave it to algorithm and chance, and you leave it to let people guess? Stand out, show up, and stand out. That is what we want. We want nurses that in years now and in years to come, they are excellent nurses. They are nurses that are standing out for good things, for core values of nurses, of nursing. We don't want nurses that will portray nursing in a bad light. So why we are building a brand is because of differentiation, to know that, oh, this is what I stand for. Number two is for opportunities. Opportunities are flying around. The world is filled with opportunities. Like there is a space for you in the global world. There is a space for you in the local world. There is a space for you everywhere. It is when you stand up to take that space that there will be the space in quotes, that there will be a shifting. Don't say there is no space. Oh, the social media and content creation is already too filled. There is a what? There is a space for you in it when you are intentional about your personal brand. People do not want to say, oh, what's she even about? I'm not sure. Is it excellence? Is it sometimes she will type as a correct note. The next thing she's giving a vibe of I don't want to I don't want to call the word now. So there'll be differentiation. And the second one, I already said differentiation. The second one is opportunities. So WHO is there. They are looking for people to work with them. UNICEF is there. There are major brands, healthcare brands that are looking for people to work with. And they definitely will not want to work with nurses that are nonchalant about their own brand, that they are nonchalant about their own core values. Now, and the last one is confidence. It builds confidence when you're someone that you're about personal branding. Your confidence is always top notch. It's always off the roof. Confidence does not equate to pride, does not equate to arrogance, but you know what you stand for, and you can go all out for what you stand for. So that is the benefit of showing up and showing out in a good way, in a unique way. Just as I said, you have to do it in a unique way, because why should I follow you? Why should I want to resonate with you at work? Because you're different, you're unique, not different as in bad different, but you're unique. All nurses wear white or wear scrub, but what makes you unique is your own brand, is your own core value, is your own skill set. So, and I said that closing because of my time, key steps to building a personal brand. Know or figure out your goal. Why am I doing this? Is it for the aforementioned reasons, for confidence? I want to build my confidence. I want to be seen and heard, or I want to tap into the pool of resources, into the pool of opportunities, or I want to be unique in my own way. I want people to be able to differentiate me, that this is what I stand for. Know why you are wanting to be a brand that can be recognized. Because as I said, actively doing it or not actively doing it, you already have a brand. So why not do it the right way and not leave it for algorithm or people to guess? The second one, okay, still on the first one, know your goal again. Why do I want to do this? Not just a nurse. So that I said, I don't just want to wear scrub. I don't just want to wear white. Why am I wearing the white? Why am I wearing the scrub? Am I a medical virtual assistant? Why am I into tech nursing? Why am I into health informatics? Because beyond nursing is about nursing as bedside and even outside. So I'm not putting us all up in the bedside. So whatever you are going to do, why am I doing it? Is it for opportunities? Is it for confidence? Is it to be differentiated? Or is it to be unique in my own way? Now, know your audience. Your personal brand is not about you. I said that. It is about what people can get from you. It is about your value. It's about your skills. It is about what patient can get from you. It is about what your colleagues can get from you. Is it that your patients can assure that every time Nosalaba is on duty, is definitely going to take care of them in a very, very great way? Or is it that when I work with North Alaba Emmanuel, I'm sure that the workload is going to be reduced? I'm not saying I'm going to give all the workload to him. No, we're going to work side by side and we'll make sure that our goals for the day is achieved. Now, so that's the best side. Now, it's about what people can gain from you, your value set, your skills. I'm following Nosinyodaru because I am also a content creator and I want to be as good as she is, or even better. So that's it. So I want to learn something from you. That is why I want to associate with you. People do not associate with things that do not give them value. Do not give them value for their time, value for the following, for the likes or for the shares. People want to get value. And when they see that you're a person of value, people will resonate with you. It might be hard because discipline does not come easy. It will boil down on someone. Being hardworking will boil down on someone that is not hardworking and is lazy. Do you get what I'm trying to say now? But some other people will like it and will resonate with you. They'll see that on the long run, it will affect your patient care and your healthcare delivery. Now, so know your audience, know your target audience. Is it my patients in the world? Is it my colleagues? Is it people online? Is it people on site or however it is? Know your audience and create a mission statement. This is the last one. Who are you? What do you do? Who do you do it for? And the transformation you can create in people. That is it. It's still highlighting or buttressing on the third part. It is about your value. People do not really care where you're from. I think that we are now past the racist era, but people do not really care if you're black, white, Asian, however it is, Muslim, Christian, Hindu, in as much as you create value, you have something that people can tap into, people will resonate with you. And resonating will lead to hope, recommending for opportunities, recommending for opportunities again. People will resonate with you. Your confidence will be built, and your uniqueness will be seen by the world. If you are someone that is building quietly, personal branding is also for you. It's not everybody that is meant for the limelight. It's not everybody that can cope with the limelight. It's not everybody that wants to stay with the stage light and be on the stage. But in that little primary health care center that you're working, in that big or small laptop that you're working with, let your light shine through. Let your brand speak something. Let your personality, let your reputation speak something. For everything that you do, know that your reputation is at stake. Now, I am Badake Motsurayo, and I am a nurse. That is what I do. And I value I value quality healthcare delivery, and I love helping people, that's my patients, make healthier choices. Can you see now? So know what you are, what you stand for, who are your target audience, and how you can transform lives. Personal branding is not just about yourself. I said it's about people that are on the receiving end, what they take you as, what they perceive your skills set and your value set as. So I know that with these few points of mine, you've been able to get one or two from this session. Again, personal brand is non-negotiable for everyone because if you're active about it or you're not active about it, there's already a reputation at stake. There's already people who say, my name is at stake. However, it is, your brand is already at stake. So why not actively pursue that? You don't have to be on the limelight. You can still be with the stage and the mic. However it is, wherever it is that you find yourself, make sure that your reputation is what it is what you want it to be. It is what it is what you want it to be, and you are not leaving it for chance and the algorithm. Thank you again, Beyond Nursing Conference, for having me. I remain the delectable Badaki Motsurayo. Thank you so much.
lot, because even I even love the comments that people are dropping, which shows that they've been following. So you don't need to sell a product, you don't even need to sell anything to have a brand. Your brand is what people say where you are not there. Thank you, Sharon Jeremiah. Thank you, Ajewale Busayo. Thank you so much, man. And also, I know we are in a world whereby even if you're a clinician, you're a researcher, you're a leader, and you tell them you're a nurse, people will still ask you, so you just work in the hospital. So now we are being told that personal branding goes beyond the hospital. So if you are here, I don't think by the end of today you still have to call yourself I am just a nurse. You are not just a nurse. And you should know that everything is related to your personal brand. Everything you do, your actions and your inactions too are related. Like what our speaker said, she actually gave us that there are sometimes that even what you say you do not even know. So he said the personal branding has to do with you being intentional. So if you're not even intentional, you have a brand already. So if you like it, if you want your brand to be known for what it does, for you to be ably represented, then you have to be intentional about your brand. And if you caught that, she mentioned three important things about personal branding, where she said opportunity, differentiation, and confidence. I think you should know those things are very, very, very important. So I hope you've been following. I hope you've been following. This has been a very, very, very insightful um, session. I still want you to go on, share the link, invite your friends. You should not miss this. You should not miss this, please. Also important, very, very important, create a mission statement. Create a mission statement. Have something that talks about you. Huh? So because let's be honest, even when many of us chose nursing, we thought that we had a clear path. And now we just realize that okay, oh, this path has a lot of branches. So your personal brand will actually tell you where you are directed at. What part, who are you? I think that is what I've been able to get today. So please try to invite other people. And I would also like to be inviting the next. Okay, if you have any question before we do that, if you have any question, please use the comment section. Use the comment section. Write your questions. If Nosruda is there, I would just like to ask one question that would help. Is she still here? Nosbadaki. Oh, okay. I guess she's so I would love to we have our speakers already lined up. Without wasting much of our time, I would love to invite the next. Okay, Nosbarakima, please. I would love to hear because I have a question about because this, as we know, the Beyond Nursing Conference it goes beyond just the bedside, and we have student nurses that are still even finding it hard to know their parts, know what they want to even do for themselves. That it just because I am a nurse or there is more. So I would just like you to just give in a few minutes, just tell us about how a student nurse can start building a strong personal brand early. So how can they start building, since it is not just about having a brand or having something that, so how can they start building it early, ma? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that question. And I resonate with that question because I started in favorite nurse whilst I was in school, 200 level to be precise. Our first outreach was between, I think, 200 level break and all that. Number one thing is know yourself. Who am I? Now, if you know who you are in Christ or who you are rather now, know what you stand for. Even if you're not there yet, what is your end goal? Your end goal will drive your present baby steps. Oh, I want to be the richest woman on earth. Yes, you already have that vision, you already have that goal. What are the steps that you are going to take to get there? You're not going to fly there. There's already someone at that position. Just as I said, there's somebody in that position that you want to be in. It takes your intentionality to tell the person to adjust for you to come in. So when you know that this is who I am and this is my end goal, why am I building a personal brand or why do I want to do this? Then you take intentional baby steps to getting there. So You can start building your brand however it is. I started bearing your favorite nurse, before team favorite nurse now came into being since 200 level. If you check this um this this YouTube channel, you see some funny videos. I was not looking like what I am looking like right now. I started anyway. So it is about intentionality, it's about your vision, it's about your passion for it, because it is good to have big and huge dreams. It is the passion that is the fuel that will carry you to that place that you want to be. So my answer in two sentences is that know who you are, know your vision. What do you want to achieve? Then you'll be able to highlight or break it down into baby steps to achieving it. Success does not just fall on anybody. It takes intentionality. Thank you so much. I hope I've been able to answer that question.
Yes, ma. Thank you so much, ma. Thank you so much, ma. So I guess we all know that it is intentionality. That is the most important thing. Be intentional about whatever you do. Be intentional about it. So that shows that your brand it gives your brand a chance. Yes, you are putting yourself out there. So without further ado, I would love to introduce our next speaker who will be talking to us on content creation. Because in this digital age, if you are not seen, you're often overlooked. Though, if you are not seen, you're often overlooked. So I would love to call on to stage Nurse Iyonda Ruth, who will be talking to us on content creation. And while I would also love to say a little about her, so because she's I think I had the opportunity to meet her once, though we've not had any conversation together. But when she was an intern at UITH there, and I happened to have a friend that knew her, and also our nurse Rhoda also gave us a tip that, oh, when she saw her, she knew who she was. And see, in this life, connect with people that will help your destiny, people that will help your life. So without wasting much of our time, Nurse Yanda Ruth Temilade is a nursing graduate from Ocean State University, where she gained admission in 2019, and she attended the University of Ilorin Teaching Hospital for her internship. Also, she's serving currently in Kwara State. She has a strong passion for nursing advocacy and motivating nursing students. She loves sharing her personal struggles and the lessons she has learned from overcoming them, encouraging others that they can succeed and even surpass their predecessors. She also enjoys listening to people's challenges and helping them find their way out. She's also actively trying to learn more about technology and exploring opportunities for nurses in tech space. So you should know that uh, I hope you have your writing materials because this is going to be wonderful. We are moving from being visible and how you bring from having a brand to being visible. So please, with an ovation, with a standing, clapping, and whatever ovation that is wonderful, would I love to give the floor to Nurse Iyonda Ruth. Good morning, ma. Good morning. I think we are having issues with the network. So I think we're having issues with network, but should join us in a bit. To just give us few minutes for her to reconnect back. So within those time, I would just love to mention. So I hope you are liking and you are subscribing to this YouTube channel so that you will not miss insightful events like this, our webinars, you will not miss them. And you can also check our videos, the videos that have already been uploaded, so that you can catch up with what we've been doing. So And when you hear the beyond nursing, you should know that it is not living nursing, it is actually expanding nursing. Things you can do, things you can do as a nurse. Okay. um I think she's back online. I hope you know that if nothing has taught anyone anything, it is actually to expect the unexpected. Sometimes you enter this nursing, you say you want to save lives. Before you know it, you say, let me just survive this posting first. So even at that, it's kind of disturbing. But here would have more. Okay. She good good morning, Ma.
Good. Okay. Good morning. I was sorry, I was having a little bit of network ish, but I think
All
I'm
right.
stable now. So thank you for having me. Thank you for the introduction. And just like he has done all the intros, once again, my name is Ruth. I'm a nurse, like a proud one. And anywhere I am, anywhere I find myself, I'll make sure to tell the world that hello, I'm a nurse. So back to what we are talking about. I want to appreciate the first speaker because she was able to introduce us to what like I wanted to talk about, which was branding. Because as a content creator, one thing that has to be peculiar about you is your brand. Even if you're not selling something as a content creator, you do not have to like sell something. You do not have to have something. You not particularly have to have a service you render, like a give or take something. But branding in the aspect that the kind of value you put out there, the kind of content that they know you're used to. On Twitter, my username is DNS, and I think on TikTok here too. And sometimes I'll just be like walking on the street here, and someone will just shout, DNS is like one of the most, don't let me use the word shocking. I still act surprised because I know I'm called DNS in those places. I know my username is DNS, but each time I still get called DNS, I still be like, you people who made me DNS? But it's just because of like something I've been I've like a kind of brand I've created, a kind of name I've created. Even when I started working at UITH then as an intern, there was a time I entered a ward, I think A&E surgical, and some of the nurses were like, you don't know the staff nurses were like, DNS, you don't know DNS. I was like, hey, if the main DNS hear you people, you will explain why you are calling me Dennis, because I don't know why you are calling me Dennis inside the hospital. So it's not be like a case of impersonation. All in all, it's just like about branding. It's about what I have placed myself, who I've presented myself to be, and I'm a small person. Who I'm too small to even say, oh, I'm a DNS or something. So sometimes when someone was like, why are you being called DNS? I'll be like, oh, it's just like I have a small stature, yeah, and I like it. I like doing. I'm like putting myself in a big position to make you feel as if I'm big. You understand that kind of thing. So when you say this, when someone was like this small guy's a DNS, I was like, calm down. It's just a name. Don't fret on it. So branding is a very important thing when it comes to being a content creator. We have many content creators like that they've created a brand for themselves, even though they are not even selling something. The likes of Nothing with Light, the likes of Adefikayo, the likes of Favor Brian, the likes of Faiza. For those that know Faiza, I don't even think she's in the clinical area, she's in the clinical setting anymore. But she has created a brand for herself as Mommy Colors, and she's rolling with the big ones in the this thing. So the first thing, I just like I said, we've spoken about branding, and let me just give you a quick backstory of how I started content creation. I started content creation as when I was in my 400 level. That was when I first got my XR. Glory to God. I got my XR, and I was interviewing my classmates because I actually like capturing the moments, like happy moments of people. I like taking memories of people. I like doing short videos of my friend, short videos of family. In fact, I like taking pictures of my friends. I just like it. And some people, when they see me and they're like, "Oh, let me take your picture," they'll be like, "Ah, you like pictures too much." No, it's just me. It's just the way I am. I like taking pictures, taking memories of people for them. So I started creating content with my classmates, then do short clips of them that, oh, meet so where do you see yourself in, these captions, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Where do you see yourself in the next three, in the next few years? What do you want to be? What motivated you to become a nurse? Those things. And many of the videos, they blew up. They blew up, and that was one of the videos that made me to, okay, maybe I wanted to start something. Then I moved to talking videos because I like talking. Yeah, I like talking. Nobody can shame me that, oh, she talks too much. No, I like talking. I really like talking. So I like setting my camera. Even if I'm inside, sometimes I'll just set my camera and start talking. A lot of videos that have never been released, just me ranting to myself, ranting to my phone and my camera. And over the years, when I finished school, I was okay, what do I want to do again now that, okay, I do not have my classmates anymore? Then I begin to think of the place of value, like how can I create value in this profession. There was a time I actually planned of, like, I should delve out of nursing. I should stop creating nursing content about nursing, because I was like, oh, this nurse is my whole identity. Yeah, everybody's it's nurse. Like, I don't even have any identity outside nursing. But there was something my mentor said that about um in um in him, like, in I'm a believer, yeah, I'm a Christian. So he said something about in Christ we can create everything. In everything, I mean, as a believer, I can create a content around nursing. I can create a content around lifestyle. So I can do lifestyle, nursing and lifestyle. I can do nursing and my day-to-day activities. I can do nursing and my personal belief as a Christian. I can do nursing and growth. You understand? I can do nursing and my relationship with people, like the content here. I can do nursing content and many other things. I do not have to revolve around, okay, me, I was just thinking it's only nurse, it's only nurse. But then it's go way beyond being a nurse. It go way beyond me talking to student nurses. It goes way beyond talking to intern nurses and nurses generally all over the world. It's about creating value. It's about giving information that helps, like creating impact. I've seen people ask me questions about something due to a video I made, and it's helped them in, it motivated them in taking something. So it's about creating value, giving your all beyond nursing. You can be thinking, oh, it's just nurse. No, 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 no. Then there was time I spoke about nursing and marriage. There was a time I spoke about nursing and, outside, living outside nursing, like doing things outside nursing. And I'm still in the nursing profession. I still make my content, sometimes wearing scrub, or sometimes just wearing my mufti to talk about what I want to talk about. And these videos, sometimes it goes viral, sometimes it stays low. And in all, I'm happy. So the first thing you should know is that you should create value. You should want to create value. And another thing I want us all to know is that it's not everybody that is going to be a content creator. I know there's this pressure that, oh, if you set your camera now, you're going to be, you could have a lot of followers. Maybe you're a fine person, you're a fine lady, you speak eloquent, you're very eloquent rather, and you feel like, oh, if you set up your camera, if your friends are telling you, if you set up your camera, you're going to have a lot of followers and all that kind of thing. But if you know you do not have the flair for those things, you do not have to. There are times I take breaks, like, and it gets too tricky sometimes, and I just like, oh, you know what, I want to take a break. I do not want to reply comment. I'm tired of watching my views, how many likes, all those things. I just take a break. I just 1 month I might not post anything. I did it during my internship years, like for 2 months I didn't post anything. So it's not everybody that is going to be a content creator. If you want to be a content creator, it's good that you feel, okay, I want to be this. I want to do this. I want to create memories. I want to document my moment. I want to do everything you want to do. You can do it. But if you do not want to, if you do not have flair, you don't like posting picture. You don't like some people be like, well, yeah, maybe some people are trying to hide. No, we have to understand that people are different, and it's not everybody that wants to put themselves out there. And if you are the kind that you do not like to, you do not like to do things like this, you don't like to set your camera and do things. It's not a must at all, at all. So create value. It's not everybody that's going to be a content creator. It's not everybody. And niche, let's talk about niche. Like I said before, I was having a kind of identity crisis when I started content creation, especially when I finished nursing school. And I was like, okay, what do I want to do? And I got to realize that, okay, I can actually do a lot of things being a nurse. I can do a lot of things being a nurse. It's fine. It's about branding and all, but everybody will still know that, oh, you're a nurse. Pfizer started from being a nurse. I believe Faziza. I'm not sure. Mommy Colors, for those that are on TikTok, yeah. She started from being a nurse. I don't know if she's still creating nursing content, yeah, but I know that she's really rolling with the likes of Funke Akindele now. She's rolling with, not the celebrity. And whether we want to accept it or not, nursing kind of gave her that platform because she started as a nurse content creator. Then we have likes of Adefikayo. She also started as a nurse content creator. She's still making content, yeah, and she still make content around nurses. In fact, the video she has been releasing for the past few days now, I think maybe it's a batch video or something, but they are about nurses. And just if you've been following her, oh, she has been exposed to lots of opportunities that comes with being a content creator. She has been, signed deal. She won a prize recently, and I'm honestly so happy for her. And she's doing pretty well just from being a nurse. So you do not have to have it all figured out at the beginning. You do not have to have it all laid out. I actually love plans. I like having my plans written down. My journals written down and all. But then if you are not that kind of person, if you are not the kind of person that likes all those things, if you're not the kind of person that likes what's it called, that you don't like having it all figured out, but you just know you want to start something, you want to start creating content, you can start. You can start from taking video, you can start from taking memories of your day. Some people do come with me to 8 hour shift. I can't do that. I cannot do that. Especially when I was working in a clinical setting, yeah. When I was working like a standard hospital, I can't do that because I don't like to be insulted. I don't like the fact that I'm taking pictures of everything, I'm making videos of everything. I used to admire people that do it. Honestly, I do admire them. And confidentiality with nursing profession, you have to be very careful. So I'm trying to be very careful, and that's one of the major reasons why I don't like to do make content inside the ward, like especially when maybe a patient leg is showing, patient could is showing. Nah. I believe that nursing will take me nothing will take me across countries. It will take me across borders of nations. But the things I put out now we actually kind of it can be a stumbling block. I was speaking to Nursing with Light a month ago, like maybe last month or last 2 months, and she was saying something about, when someone to be like, oh, who the hell are you? Yeah, she's not in the country, yeah. She just be like, oh, you can go through my social media page and all. Or maybe one Oyinbo nurse just be like, oh, I saw your content, all this kind of thing. Like, she'd be like, oh, yes, I'm the one. And they will go through our content together. But imagine she has been creating content that doesn't make sense. She has been maybe doing a lot of things that doesn't make sense online. Those things can actually serve as a stumbling block because those people they matter, they care so much rather about what you put out there. So I want you to have the mentality that not and I want you to have the mentality that content creation is not just for now. So before you put out that content, before you post that thing, watch it over and over again. I've had to take a lot of videos down, not because I'm a moral police or something, but because I know that nursing is going to take me across borders. Nursing is going to take me across nations. So I want to create memories I'll be proud of, videos I'll be proud of when I watch them in the next 5 years, videos I'll be proud of when I watch them in the next um 10 years or thereabout. It's okay to be silly at times. Honestly, it's okay to be silly at times. You do not have it, it's not a must you have it all figured out at once. Honestly, you do not have to have it all figured out at once. But just make sure that you are conscious of not only your present but of your future. You are conscious of where you are going to. You are conscious that okay, I'm not just meant for this level alone. And one thing I notice is that many content that they appear in a bad light, they blow up, they go viral. You can be talking, you can just be innocently wanting to talk about something, but in the actual sense, the content might not be like, maybe you spoke down on someone, or let me use the word negative content. Those contents, they blow out, they blow up. You just see yourself everywhere, and you'll be like, I'm talking to myself. Oh, so you might never know the video, you might never know that post. There's a lot of times that someone will be like, oh, they post your Twitter this thing, your Twitter post on Instagram. I'll be like, hey God, I beg go. I'll go to that. What did I say? Hope I did not say something that it will get to my parents at home, and it will be like something dramatic. So I sometimes when I post something and someone call my attention to it, I think this post is off. I'll go through it again, go through the comment section, then I'll delete it. It's because if no matter the likes, no matter the engagement, no matter the viral thing that it gives me at that moment, in as much I see that it might be a stumbling block at any time, I'm deleting it, because I care so much about where I'm going to than the present virality of now. I care so much about it. So if you've also started or you're about to start, these are things I'd want you to note. Another thing I would want us to talk about is the opportunity that comes with being a content creator. I think I mentioned it when I was talking about the likes of Ade Fikayo, the platform it gave them. It gave them the platform, it gave them the name, it gave them the visibility they want. That even at the beginning, though many of them started from nursing, but they branched out of nursing at when it was too much. It was too much. Like um they had what's it called, the audience was beyond us, so they branch out, and it's a beautiful thing. So nothing with content creation will give you the variability, will give you the visibility you want, it will give you the opportunity, it will give you it will give you a platform to pass out your thoughts, to fight for things that should be right. To get to a point that when it got to a point for me that when someone was talking about maybe fake schools and all, they can easily tag me that okay, ma, I want you to talk about this. That okay, there is this fake school of nursing, there is this school of nursing that they were collecting money, and I can make videos about it, and something will actually get done. There was a post I made like last year about fake school of nursing, and this year the owner of the school messaged me. Then they were not accredited. So they messaged me, I think last month, and I was telling some of my colleagues about it. They messaged me last month that I made a post last year about their school. They were not accredited then, but now they are accredited. That the craziest thing was that the video was pasted on Google as the number one video for Nigerian nursing fake schools. The fake Nigerian nursing schools or something. Like if you search fake Nigerian nursing schools, you bring my video talking about that school. At first I even thought they wanted to charge me to court or something. I was like, you bring it, don't worry, myself. We will look for a lawyer and you, because then I got the news from NAM that school was not accredited, and NAM chairman had to go there, and that the school is in Ibadan or something. So the video was now like acting like it's stopping for people from going to their school, and they needed to take in students like this year. So they had to message me that okay, if there's anything I can do, maybe I should take down the video or something. So I was like, okay, since you say you are accredited now, I'll take down the video. Yeah. So content creation gives you the platform to be able to fight for people, to be able to should I use the word influence? Yeah. It give you the platform to be able to influence. And one thing I want to say again is that if you are you're the kind of person that you want to start content creation and you're thinking, oh, I don't have the phone, I do not have the mic, I do not have the light up, I do not have anything, there is something I would want to show you. See, many of my videos I've been doing now recently for the past few days now, I make them using direct sunlight. This is my window. So I stand in front of the window now, like this, and I'm making my content with my phone. So I do not have to have the direct, I do not have to have the lighting, I do not have to have the, everything. The microphone. I started without a mic. I started with XR. I had friends that started with their Samsung, their just started something because they had it in their mind to start content creation. Like it's something they want to do, and they are thinking that I don't have the perfect background. If you do not have the perfect back, you're thinking, oh, my background is not aesthetic enough. Please, you can start. You are just a video from becoming the next big thing. You are just a video from becoming that influencer you've always dreamt of becoming, because there's nothing wrong with being an influencer. Some of us might not want to be like, oh, I want to be an influencer, I want to be an influencer. That you just want to create content and have fun. But you are one video from becoming a content creator. I do not have to have a microphone. When you make your video, I think I was sharing with Rhoda when we're doing internship that when you make a video and you want to enhance the voice, there are apps for it. There's a website, podcast mic or something, Adobe podcast, this thing. It will help you to eliminate the background noise even without you using mic. Just make the video without you using mic. You have the sunlight, you have your Adobe podcast mic that will help you to clear the background noise. And even if maybe your background is not aesthetic enough, you want to beautiful like all these Instagram babes and all these TikTok babes, yeah, there are apps that can help you to remove your background. So start from somewhere. If you are the kind that you are you stammer, or you do not have what's it called, yeah, you when you get in front of you want to talk to people, yeah, you want to talk to people like this, you begin to stammer, though you are not a stammerer on a normal day. But immediately you start a content like this, you start to begin to say, try talking to yourself when you're not on camera. When you're in the bathroom, talk to yourself. You're not mad. you're you're not mad. If you come to my house sometimes, you probably think I'm not okay, because I talk to myself. I sometimes at night a content idea will just drop in my head. Boom. I just be okay. I just do a quick this thing of it in my room. Like, okay. Many times when we talk about this thing, I can make a minutes a 15 minutes video in my this thing without setting up the camera myself, creating the content. Yesterday when I was creating a content, my sister was in the next room and she was like, I was creating one content for like 1 hour. She heard me repeating myself. That's one of the struggle that I will go through. But don't let that be a limiting factor for you. Just start, take action. Make sure you are not saying, oh, it's because you are not beautiful. Who told you that? Who said that to you? No. So eliminate anything. I'm talking about those that want to become content creator, but they do not have the push. They're having low self-esteem. What if I don't speak well? I didn't know how to speak well. I started speaking like this right from like when I was in university days, where yeah, and I got to master it. So people will think that, oh, maybe I'm pretending, but I'm not pretending. I'm trying to learn how to speak in a kind of way. So I'm sticking to it. So no matter how you speak to me, this is how I'm gonna speak to you. So it's not about pretend, it's not about pretense, it's not about oh, she's faking it. No, it's not about faking it. I'm learning. I'm learning how to speak well. I'm learning how to be eloquent. So you say, oh, she's faking it. She's fake. No, I'm not faking anything. This is how I'm speaking. This is how I've learned to speak. So if you're also thinking it's the way you're speaking or the way you talk, try to build yourself. Try to build it. If you thinking, oh, content idea, go to ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT to give you idea, or you have an idea, ask ChatGPT to review those ideas for you. Because let me tell you, there are lots of things you can get from being a content creator. I've gotten a lot of referrals just because someone said somewhere. I've spoken like 3 webinar like that. Last month I spoke in two. Yeah, I spoke in 2 webinar just because of content creation, just because of that. When I started, I've gotten PRs that okay, talk about this, talk about that, and just because of content creation. And I didn't start by being perfect. My videos were not perfect. My editing were they were nothing to write home about. But I just believed I needed to start something. I needed to start something. So we've spoken about branding. Be known for your brand. Be known for who you stand for what you stand for. Rather, if you're a believer and you do not, you want your content like I mean, if you're a Christian, yeah, and you do not want your content to be like worldly, all those things. You create your brand. Create it. Create how you want it to be. Perfect how you want it to be. This is what I want to be known for. So recently, someone I met someone recently, and the person said she when she told someone about me that, oh, I met Ruth, the person was like, ah, is it that girl that used to fight for nurses on Twitter? I was like, she said she's always fighting doctors for nurses. I was like, what did you mean I'm always fighting? What do you mean? What do you mean I'm not a fighter. Oh. I'm just someone that if you talk shit about my profession, I'm going to stand on your knee. I'm going to stand on your neck. I'm going to make sure I correct that notion that you have about my profession. If you talk down on my profession, yeah, I'm going to stand on it. I'm going to like, no, it's not done like that. You do not get to speak about my profession like that. So I'm not a fighter. Oh. I'm just I'm just so that I talk I do not like my profession um to be spoke about in a bad light. So I'm going to counter whatever you're coming with. I'm going to counter it. And that was exactly what I was doing on TikTok too, because I'm trying to stop stereotypes in nursing, all the likes of nurses are prostitute, nurses are wayward, all those things. I'm trying hard to stop it. And one of the things I'm going to be doing is to be making content upon content about it. I was trying to fight for certification, certificate for nurses. I got a message recently that I need to stop talking about it. That it's not NMCN fault, it's the government's fault. So next time I want to talk about it, I shouldn't. Just create a brand for yourself. It will bring the right audience, your audience, to you. Get a niche and be mindful of the things you post. No, it is not just about now alone. All your posts, it's not just about now alone. It's not about now. It's about years to come. It's about your future. It's about those that your content will go through. If you want to become you like want to be motivating nursing students, you want to share your experience about the things you've experienced as a nursing student, as a nurse intern, growing up, all those things. You can set it, you can set your camera and talk about it. You are being a light to some people, you are being a source of encouragement to some people. So do not stop. Do not say I'm too shy. I don't think I'm beautiful. I don't think I speak well. Nah, we started from somewhere. So you can also start today, and I'm sure you do a great job. So I guess my time is up. We spoke about branding, opportunities that comes with it. Do not stop. Set your camera, set your Android. You don't have to have a low self-esteem. Take off your phone, take your phone, and no matter how you want to set your camera and talk. Just just talk. So thank you for having me. And if you have any questions, yeah, you can just drop it. I guess that's it. Thank you, and thank you for having me once again.
Would still have time, would you still be able to access them after the program? Thank you for that. Content creation, I would say I belong to the mass of people that do not know. I do not see content creation as something I would want to do. But now the point is, you can even have your brand and put them out with minimal exposure of yourself. For as long, and I would like to put it that she's a fighter. Yeah, she says she's not a fighter. Me, I'm saying she's a fighter. As long as you are fighting for what is right. Yes, you're a fighter and you are fighting for the right cause. So thank you so much for all you've been doing for nursing at large. God bless you. And also, I would love us to, if you have questions, please put them on the comments section and I'll be reading them out. So before that, I would like to do a kind of minor recap from what I got from this session where she said you have to create value. You just don't open your camera and just, because I know a lot of people just do that because they just want to blow, they just want to have that likes, that stream, they just want to be paid. So, but if you are creating a brand and you think you can just post anything, these things will speak for you. She said she believes that nothing is taking us somewhere there. So if you post things that do not speak well about you, they are going to see it there at that point. And even online, you see a lot of things about people that they've been sacked just because of a post from years before they even thought about having that job came up, surfaced, and now it is against the company's policy. So they have to be left. So it shows that you have to watch what value you are creating, watch the content you make. You also know that content creation is a platform. Use it well. Use it well. You can have your own niche. Know what you do, things that fit you. Don't force yourself into something you're not. So thank you so much for that one. Thank you so much, man. So, and also for those that are okay, you're just starting and you're not there yet. She said something and I grabbed that. He said, you are just one video from becoming that big influencer you want to be. You're just one video. So keep trying. You need sunlight is even good. You see that natural light is nice. That's natural light. So have that natural light. Use your, she gave us the Adobe podcast as an app that you can use to enhance your voice. So with that, you are set little by little by little. You are there already. Thank you so much. So while I'll be expecting question, I have a question that I would like to read for Nasru to help us answer. So concerning this content creation, like you said, you've even had messages from schools, organizations on things you've posted, which is right as at that time and they've but this same country, I would not be giving explicit details, but there was one time that there was this post about a hospital that there was no light. They were even carrying out deliveries and there was no light. I think it's in the east also. So this student nurses came, they made a video where they were lamenting about the situation of things and how bad there is no water, there is no light, and you expect us to save lives when we know what infection is. So then when the school authorities had to hear about that, they suspended them. Even there was a leak on a video that a voice recording of how they were insulting them, that even the PA to the governor called you and you. So all these things are enough to put you out because you do not have a strong body. If that thing did not go viral and people did not come lamenting or tagging the right resources, those students would just be suspended and that would be all. So if things like this continue going on, how do we? How, it is not. I think it's a demotivation to even continue content creation, especially when you have passion for advocacy. So how do we go about creating content and versus? Let me use the word versus this country, or let me say the whole the people you are doing it against. So please, man, thank you.
Okay, thank you. First off, those people, they were not nursing students because they were we had to look into them. When the stuff happened, we actually want to like take it up and you know fight for them, that okay, why would someone say things and it actually, because it's actually the reality of many hospitals, not only in those places alone, even down here in the north, south, southwest and every other places. That's the reality of many hospitals. Even the hospitals that I've worked here before, I've had nights that there was no light. We had to use phone touchlight, and that can be so annoying. And I understand the fact that posting content creation, like posting about some of these things, when you have, especially when you're into advocacy, can put you into trouble. As someone that have been into trouble, Rhoda can Rhoda can bear me witness. I've been into trouble, especially during my internship here. I was I was threatened, I was insulted. There was nothing. I had to take down the post. There was nothing I didn't I didn't encounter then. That in fact I lost the morale for content creation. I think I took a break for like 2 months. I didn't even post anything during those 2 months because then the words really eat me. Like from nurses, yeah, like from nurses. Like it was such a big this thing. Like when I left those people, they were not like, hey, they were just playing. Like they're just trying to karamo me. Kiniko, kiniko. It's not like they meant it. You threatened me. You insulted and cursed me just because of a post. So I understand what those people might have gone through. But that was then. Oh. That was then because if you try such with me now, especially when I know that what I'm doing is right. That's why before I make post or make any advocacy post, I make sure I research. I stand on the truth. So I won't just like I don't want to use the word allegedly. I want to say, okay, this is what happened. This is what happened. So these are the things that happened. That if quote me anyway, I said it and I have evidence to back up that this is what happened. That is what I'm doing now. For those people, I think they were 8 students, this thing. What they did in the aspect of advocacy and all, I felt like when they did it then, they shouldn't have posted it at that moment. See, this is Nigeria and wisdom is profitable to direct. Because now that we have a lot of people oppress us, except you are not working with the government, they will try. Someone was even telling me yesterday. Yeah, someone was telling me yesterday that they will oppress you. Because when the person was saying something relating to this, they want to talk about this. I was like, "Ah, why didn't you just talk about the person like with Nigerian government? They can come and kill you. They can come and silence you, especially when you are on it so much. So for those girls, I felt like they shouldn't have made that post at that moment. But at that moment, they knew they were thinking that it will not backfire on them because they were not nurses. They were thinking that people will not really rate those videos. As me, they were nurses and they were threatened. I'm sure the likes of Nam would have taken it over because we actually planned on taking it over. We spoke to some people for us to realize that they were not nursing students, they were just ex assistant students. What they did was right, but the channel by which they did it was wrong, and they didn't have a body to fight for them. If they had a body to like fight for them, but I think social media is like okay. When the noise of social media started getting much, they got this thing, but then they will still be punished for what they did. I'm very sure they will still have something they will have something they will go through because of that video, and that is because that is Nigeria for you. So the body, anytime you want to make a video, you want to go to into advocacy, before you post out something, make sure you are saying you have evidence to back up whatever you want to say. Anytime you want to say, make sure you have evidence to back those things up. And that's when you see that it's getting to like threatening and all, run to your body, like run to maybe you're a nurse like this, run to your nursing body like now. They might not, some of them might be reluctant, but make sure that's what I'm saying, that make sure that you have evidence for whatever you are posting. Like those girls, they have evidence and everything, and they were trying to shut them down. But there was nobody that was helping them. There was no NAM. It was just them. So they had to fight the stuff by themselves. So if you are a nurse and you want to start, make sure that you've researched what you want to say and you have a body to support. And you know that you are not someone that if they because see, there's just something that they can let you go. They can like sack you. This country is not a good country. This country is not a good country. Honestly, they are even all those adults, all those elders, most of them, God will just help us. They will threaten your don't let me talk.
Thank
See,
you
I'm
so
not gonna
much.
experience. I was threatened. I was like threatened with my license, threatened with everything, just because of an harmless post. But they felt like, oh, it's related to them, kiriko, and they called me in for query. So be sure of what you want to say. Make sure you can stand on your ground. And when it's see that you are getting this thing, have lawyers. If you know you want to go into this advocacy stuff, like you want to go into it with your full chest, have friends that are lawyers that even if they've not started practicing, that they can draft up something from nowhere on behalf of my clients.
Client.
my on behalf of my clients, I'm writing that why was she here, all those things. So if you can, if you have the chest to, please go for it, because we actually need a lot of advocates. This
Mhm.
quack everything. I've seen people that when I spoke about something, they were reasonable because they know that if they want to go all the way with me, ah, we'll go all the way. So most of them were reasonable to enter my DM to tell me, okay, Mark, please can you take down the video? We're working on all those things. And of course, I'm not an enemy, I'm not against anybody. In as much I'm ready to do the right thing, I'm going to take down the video. I don't even care how much I've gone or how far I've gone, I'm going to take it down. So if you're ready to go into it, make sure you have strong backing. You have lawyer, have lawyer friends, have just have mouths, be ready to stand on your
Yes.
ground, ready to stand on your ground. I said what I said. That's why you have to have evidence. So research before you post anything. So you won't actually be guilty. You understand? So thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you very much, ma. Thank you very much, ma. So, like you said, have lawyers and also get your facts right, have evidences, know what you are saying. Don't use allegedly or something. So, because it will later backfire on you because you've just spread rumors. So, thank you so much, ma. Thank you for your time. Thank you for all you've been doing for Nigeria and the nursing at large. And I pray that God will reward you abundantly. Thank you so much, ma. So, um, without further ado, I would be moving on to the next segment. I hope you've been learning, you've been learning. We've talked about personal branding, and now we just finished talking about content creation. So, how you put that brand you have out there, that's yourself, how you put it out there. So, we will be transiting into the basic, the foundation, which is academic excellence, and it would be held by no other person but our own yes Olamide Balogun. So I hope you know that the way you present yourself is very very important, and you need a foundation to help you with that, because and that is academic excellence, because beyond opportunities competence still matters. If you are not competent and you are there, you are putting yourself out, people will come for you. They'll try to test what you know, and if you do not have that, then it is just all a facade. So um I would just talk a little bit about Nurse Olamide Balogun, someone I know personally, and enjoyed her. I've enjoyed her because I think she was, yeah, doing my research basics foundation. She really really did a lot for us then, and now thanks to her and others, and we've been able to do a lot and grown. So Olamide Esther Balogun is a dedicated nurse, educator, data analyst, and researcher that is committed to advancing nursing education and research. She is currently affiliated with the Faculty of Nursing at the University of Benin, where she contributes to teaching, mentorship, and academic scholarship. Her work spans both clinical practice and data-driven research with a strong focus on quantitative and qualitative methodologies. Her academic interests include pediatrics, nursing education, and public health outcomes. She has published research in oncology care, contributing to the effort aimed at improving cancer management and patient outcomes. In 2023, she authored a student-focused academic guide designed to enhance learning strategies and improve academic performance among nursing students. The book has positively impacted many learners and continues to serve as a valuable resource for academic success. She also serves as a board member of the Oncology Nursing Society of Nigeria, where she contributes to initiatives that promote excellence in oncology nursing practice, and education and research. So now, welcome with me, Nurse Olamide Balogun. Good morning, ma.
Good morning. Yeah, we're still in the morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for that introduction. I believe my time has started counting. Yeah, and yeah, we've had an amazing time. Yeah, thank you. I was about to ask. We've had an amazing time so far. I have learned a lot, and I just want to really appreciate the conveners of this conference and everyone who has stayed to this point, because I know it's not easy, especially because it's an online thing and distractions are bound to happen, notifications here and there, but you've stayed through, and I give you a great kudos for that. Okay, without further ado, before we start officially, I just want to engage my audience a little bit. I want to engage you a little bit. Can you, if you're with me, just type in the session, in the comment section, I'm here. Just say, I am here. I am here. And if you do not mind, you can introduce yourself. I am this from this. I am Olamide from Benin. I am Olamide from Uniben. I am Olamide from Unilore. Anyone that suits you. I just want to know that you're with me, especially if you're a student. I mean, if you're an undergraduate here or a student of any sort, because really what we're about to talk about today is not just limited to undergraduate nursing. It's not just limited to nurses alone. In fact, anybody can use it, whether you are a secondary student, a post-secondary school student, university, postgraduate, anybody can make use of it, whether or not you're a nursing student. So yeah, I'm waiting to see those comments coming up live. I can see them here, and yeah, I can't wait to interact with you. Like you must already know. Okay, thank you, Rhoda, our beautiful convener. Thank you, Bethel Evans. I can see you from Uniben. Those are my people. Thank you so much. All right, so I think we should just get onto it because we do not have time. I have here with me a topic that I titled Gaining Academic Mastery. And yeah, I've been asked to talk about academic excellence, but really I was looking for a way to put it that will not sound so big in the air, like, you understand, something we can relate with a little bit. And that's why I use this word mastery. And do not worry, you will get what it means in a little while. Please, can I have the next slide? Okay. All right. So here I said, what does academic excellence mean to you? Please let me know also if at any point you cannot hear my voice or you cannot see my screen or you cannot see anything. Just please let us know in the comments. I'm sure the moderator has a hang of that. Welcome, Oroluwa. Welcome, Peculiar. Nice to have you guys here. Okay. So what does academic excellence mean to you? So a lot of people have a lot of their own perspective, what they think about academic excellence. They're like, oh, they're talking about the scholars, right? If they say this person is academically excellent, or this person is a scholar, this person has maybe 5.0 or 5.0 GPA, or this person has all A's and all B's or something. While that is true, yeah, but that's not all that there is to academic excellence. Now let's look at this very short saying that says genius is a gift, but excellence is a choice. Most people wait for the right time to be great, but greatness is simply the result of doing the right things at the wrong times. When you're tired, when you're bored, and when no one is watching. Your potential is a silent partner. It only speaks when you put in the work. So I had to put this out there because it really stands out to me. Now, when I was in school, I'm specifically talking about university, I had a target, I had a goal from the very beginning, and that was in 100 level. And my goal was really not to be a scholar or the scholar. In uni learning, then we used to call, I don't know if it's every school, but for uni learning specifically, there's a scholarship for people um that are like the first in their class after every session. Like they have the ISGPA and all of that. And I just happened to hear one day in the walkway in learning, then I just happened to hear that there's something like that. I was like, oh, okay, that sounds nice. But that's not my goal. I was like, that was not my goal. I said my goal is to be the what was my goal again? Yeah, I said my goal was not to be the best. Yeah, he said it was not to have the highest GPA. I say my goal was to have 5.0 by 5.0 GPA. I said my goal was to be the best, to compete with the best of me. That was my goal. And at the end of the day, of course, for you to have that kind of goal, there's a saying that says shoot the moon, but even if you miss it, you fall among the stars. So I shot the moon and I got the stars. I didn't have a 5.0 GPA, but I became the best student. I had the highest GPA in 100 level because my goal was just there. I just wanted to, I didn't even want to be the best student of the class. I wanted to have the highest GPA that myself, my potential could offer me. Just like we're seeing here, that your potential is a silent partner that only speaks when you put in the work. So now, uh, we're seeing great consistency and determination here. As we go along, I'm going to talk a little bit about them because we really don't have so much time to delve deep into anything. We're just going to talk and interact, right? Okay, let's move on to the next slide and see what we have. Good. Thank you. Again, what does academic excellence mean to you? If you could take a second to think of it, if you could take a second to consider that, I mean, close your eyes and think, what does academic excellence mean to you? I will tell you in a bit what it means to me, but to you, what does it mean? What does it mean? Especially for the students here. What does it mean exactly? All right. Now let's look at this quote by Aristotle. Don't mind me. I love quotes. If you came to my room in the university, I had them all up on my wall, pasted quotes, because I just needed every motivation I could get. So don't mind me. I love quotes a lot. All right. What did Aristotle say? He said, excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. Now, academic excellence is not a mango fruit that's gonna fall on your head under a mango tree. It's not something that falls on you. It's not a, what's it called? What's the word? It's not an impartation. Nobody can impart academic excellence on you. That's the truth. Nobody can can gift you academic excellence. It doesn't fall on anybody. It's not a coincidence. It is never, I'm telling you, never a coincidence. Listen to me. The person that will have a high grade or that will do well at the end of a semester or at the end of a session or at the end of a term, you would have seen the signs from the beginning of the term. You would have seen the signs on the way. It is not something that just falls on you. It is not luck. Academic excellence is not luck. And mind you, having high grades, eh, like I said, if you check my next slide, let's go to the next slide. I mean, let's just go. Let's just go. Thank you. This is what it means to me. Excuse me. This is what academic excellence means to me. It is not just about high grades, honestly, because do you know that there are people that go to what, for instance, they write WAEC, and in their center, their WAEC center, they cheat, like they give them expo, they give them the answers live and direct, and they have, I don't know how it's done now, if everybody has changed, but in those days when I wrote WAEC, I know that there are schools, there are centers that if you want to have 7 A's, just go and register with that center. They will work, they'll know how to run it for you. Now imagine I go, or somebody goes to that kind of center and comes out with 7 A's, and then the person is holding it all around. Will you say that that person is academically excellent? No, because I mean, it's not just about the grades. So you see that it's not just about the grades. It's about what? It's more about how you got them. I have a lot of. I'm privileged to teach, to lecture right now in the university, and I have seen. My eyes have seen a lot of. I have come to conclude again and again that it's not just about the high grades, it is more about how you got them. There are a lot of students that They are so grades focused. I'm not saying you should not be grades focused too, because it is one of the signs that you're excellent academically. But how did you get them? So I'm saying it's more about how you got them and what you do with them. What you do with them. This is so powerful. I mean, I could spend a whole day talking about this, but of course, we do not have so much time. So I'm just going to dwell a little bit about it. It is not just about getting high grades, it is more about how you got them. Now, what do I mean when I say how you got them? Number one, I believe that an academically excellent person or a student is someone that is able to reproduce his methods, that is able to show others the way. You understand? Okay, that's more about impact, but you are able to follow a consistent path. You're able to follow a pattern. You have a pattern of excellence. You have a pattern of success. And it's all in the keys that we're going to talk about very soon. But it is more about that. More about you who got them, how you got them, than the grades themselves. See, the grades, the A's and the B's, they are results, right? They are the effects, they are the fruits. Yeah. But academic excellence to me is more about the seeds that you have sown or the seeds that you sow. Is it the Bible that was talking and said, uh, seed time and harvest, whatever a man sows, he will reap? I think it's from the Bible. But we know the law of seed time and harvest. That when you sow something, whatever you sow is what you will reap. Yeah. So it is more about the seeds that you sow. That's how I know an academically excellent person. Apart from somebody who just did mago or somebody who just, there are some people that they didn't cheat in the exam, they didn't do anything, but a night to the exam is when they start reading, or a day two is when they start reading, and then they cram. They are very good with cramming. Trust me, they cram a lot, and then in the exam, or they pour it out, and they have their A's. To them, they are excellent. But to me, I don't think that's excellence. To me, I do not think that's academic excellence, because what were you doing all the while? Hmm? That means you did not get a grasp of the concept you were taught. That means you do not have understanding of what you were taught. And after cramming, after pouring it in the exam hall, if they ask you weeks, months after about that stuff that you just poured, you will not be able to say anything, because you were not excellent. You were not excellent. I don't know the name to call it. I'm trying to look for, but that's not excellence. Excellence, I learned early that excellence is paying attention to details. Paying attention to details. Okay. So when I say that it is not, thank you, Joshua. He said miracle centers. That's not excellence. So we want to break down what academic excellence is. I said in the previous slide, I said it's about mastery. It's about mastery. Have you gained mastery of what you're taught? Just a few hours back, I was thinking about this. There's this theory, developmental theory, that we learned. Was it 200 level? How many years ago is that? 200 level. Trying to calculate now. Yeah, about 10 years ago that we learned this developmental theory. I think it's Eric Erickson. Yeah. Autonomy versus shame, initiative versus guilt. Any nursing students in the house I can remember, just give me an emoji, thumbs up, to show you can remember. I mean, I was in church, I was just thinking about it. I was just thinking about these developmental stages. I think I saw children in church, and I was like, oh, that's because when we were learning that stuff, look at since when I learned that theory. If I had crammed, I mean, nothing is even a profession. You don't need to. Of course, there are things that you need to cram. Let's be honest. There are all these biochemistry pathways, things that you need to cram, but there are more things that you do not need to cram. So if you are a student here and cramming is your way out, cramming is your solution, please find another way, find a better way. And that better way is the way of understanding. Like I said, we do not have time to talk and talk and talk and talk about this. But I'm not trying to advertise my book right here, but I just want to really just let you guys know, if you have interest in knowing more, you want to know more about how to really study, how to study excellently. There is a way to study. I promise you, there is the right way of studying. So if you are here and you really want to know, you want to go beyond cramming to understanding, you want to go beyond just average to being super, to being excellent, to being exceptional, you can get my book. It's just over 100 pages and it's not expensive. I think I even put down the price again recently on Seller. It's on Seller. You can send me a message, you can send Rhoda a message. It's not about the money. I mean, really, nah. If you read the book, you will know I've given and dashed it out a lot of times to a lot of people. And you know what? Maybe I should even do that. I've been thinking, what could I do? So if you're here, I want to give out a copy of my book to somebody. I don't know how we're going to choose the person, but I just feel like if you're here and you want to really learn more, just get that book and read it, internalize it. You will be better. I promise you. So if you're here and you want a copy of that book, just indicate in the, yeah, it was hard and confusing at the time, but if you understand that theory, you will get, you'll get the juice. So if you're here and you want a copy of my book, you can just signify in the comments. The first person to signify will get the book. Just reach out to Rhoda and we'll get the logistics to you. You're getting it free of charge. I just want you to get the juice. So the first person to reach out to her will get the book. So that's about that. Now, what you do with them. We've already talked about how you got them. We've not talked about it enough. I really feel like we've not talked about it enough. But there's no time, so I'm trying to rush. Please go back to the previous slide. We're still in the previous slide that says it is more about what you do with them. Now, what are you going to do with those grades? Academic excellence, academic excellence. Good. The truly academic excellent person to me is the person who is able to make an impact with those grades, is the person who is able to translate those grades, I mean, into something, into a commodity that can be bought. I don't know if you understand me. Now let me give you an example. See, it's not just about the titles alone. The titles don't make the excellent man. I mean, scholar B. We like that name a lot. I had a mentor, I mean, a very dear senior of mine. I always talk about him. If you check my book, you see that his name is Dear because it just made a lot of impact in my life. In fact, there are two people that went to Uniloring. People like Emmanuel might know them, might know this one of them, but I don't know the other person because graduated a long time. But it's James. His name is James, and James was not the best student in his class. Like, he was not the scholar, that scholar that everybody talks about. He was not the scholar. In fact, nobody knew the scholar. Like, nobody except the classmates of that class. But we juniors, nobody really knew the scholar, that this is scholar. But we knew James. And how do we know James? James will take his time to give us tutorials, to check on us, give us mock exams, do all of those things. He was not the scholar. Of course, he did well in school. He had a great GPA, but he was not the scholar. But look at what he did with the grades. He was able to replicate, was able to reproduce those grades to us in a way that we can also grab. So it's not academic excellence is not just about getting the grades. It's about how people get value from it. I'm not saying everybody should be a teacher. Not everybody has the gift to teach. But can people see your life? Can people see that this person is doing very well in school? I can see the grit. I can see his determination. Oh, he's a consistent person. If I replicate the recipe that he used, I can also get a similar result. That is academic excellence. Now, that is what I call mastery. Let me take a breather so that we can all think about that. That is what I call mastery. That other people, you don't even need to teach them. They can ask you, guy, how did you do it? Oh my God, you had a 4.8 GPA over 5.0. Sorry, UI. No, UI is a 7. How did you do it? And then the person, they don't need to know how to teach. They can tell you, oh, I did this, I did this, I did this. I was, you can see the grit, you can see what they put in. Remember our first quote, Aristotle, second quote by Aristotle, that says that it is the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. We do not have time, so I'm gonna rush a little bit more now, so we can look a little bit at this intelligent execution. But I hope we understand so far. I hope Okay, I hope we understand so far. Success, you already have the book. Okay, I hope we understand so far. Okay, good. Maybe what I'll do next is to give a discount. Maybe by the end of the by the end of my session. But of course, I think we'll have time for questions. So that's why I really want to rush because I know we are all tired. Okay. Please next slide. Let's see. I have a lot here, but we don't have time. I wrote it here. I said, if you want it, you can have it. It's a song by Jacqueline Carr. It says, if you want it, you can have it. If you need it, you can have it. If you really want it, you can have it. My question to you today is, do you want it? Do you want it? Now, like I said, academic excellence is not something that falls on your head. It is not. It is a combination of grit. Do you know what grit is? See, there are days that will test that desire. You want it to be everybody. If I ask everybody if you want to raise your hand, everybody's gonna raise their hands, right? But the real people that want it are people that on days that they are tired, they show up. On days that they are bored, they show up. On days that they don't feel like they are consistent. On days that challenges try to push them away from their goals, away from their vision of academic excellence, these are the people that stay the course. And at the end of the day, it will show. I'm talking from experience, from personal experience now. Come on, there were days in school that I was challenged. I was challenged, I was discouraged, I was, but you see what? Consistency really helped me. My grit really showed. When I say challenges, I'm not just talking academics, I'm talking from home, I'm talking finances. If you know me, you know Jasmine Consumables. That's because that was the business I was running in school. I was running a business just to survive. I was financially challenged at some point. What else? I was holding multiple positions in the fellowships that I was a part of. You know, I had to learn balance on the job. You understand? I had to learn balance on the job. I had to, okay, thank you very much. Oh, I think I still have time. All right. I had to learn balance on the job. I had to be challenged. In fact, my own school was a challenge to me. My Department of Nursing then was a challenge to me. It made me almost give up. It made me almost give up. I can't forget. I think I was in 400 level and there was a course, MedSurg. You know how MedSurg is a high stake course. I think 3 units or so. And I mean, I knew that after that exam, I knew that I had finished the course. Like they, I don't finish this thing. And then results came, and I think I had a C. C, seriously, a C in this course. That by the time I calculated my GPA, it will push me. My GPA went to first class very well, you know. But why will I have a C? So I went to, so others were having issues with the course as well. People were having Fs, a lot of Fs. We were surprised. So we had to go to the department, beg to check the spreadsheet itself that what's going on, because what was seen on the portal, it doesn't look like what we did. And lo and behold, I saw that I had an A in that course on the spreadsheet, but what was on my portal was different, was a C. A and C, now big difference. So for that kind of course, by the time I calculated with the A, I saw that okay, my GPA pushed well. But then my plea with them was now to make sure that the A reflects on my portal. So that's what will show on my transcript and all of that, so that it will make my GPA what it's supposed to be. But my friends and loved ones, my people, I begged and begged. Oh, they didn't. It did not reflect. They didn't even answer us. I think they answered some people, but it didn't answer me. So it was still now. It's still C. If you check my transcript, that course is still C that is there, and that thing made me very discouraged. In fact, it made me very discouraged from this life. This, I mean, I'm putting effort. I'm doing the work. Why are these people being the enemies of progress for me? So that's just to tell you that sometimes things that are even beyond your control will try to challenge you, will try to push you away from your goals. But your grit is staying power. Grit, that's what grit is. GRIT, staying power, will let people know that you really want it. So if you want it, it's not by telling me, it's by what you do. Please, let's go to the next slide. It's by what you do. It's by what you do. Now, keys to mastery. I mean, we've already learned what mastery is. You are able to get it and you're able to reproduce it. So let's look at the keys. Please, next slide. Good. This number one key. It says your mindset. Change it. A lot of people have nasty, negative mindsets, negative attitude about education, especially in Nigeria. And honestly, I don't blame them, because I mean, we can see how the education system is, and it can be very discouraging. Look at the example I just gave you guys now about a student that worked so hard, got an A, but on my portal is a C that is showing. That alone can disturb your mindset for life. But like Jeff Keller said in his book, Attitude is Everything, he said, change your thinking, change your life. My people, you have to change your thinking. You have to have this solid mindset that cannot be moved. Because I'm saying this because situations we move, we try to move your mindset. You've heard of this phrase that says school na scam, isn't it? There's this very popular belief now that school na scam, especially in Nigeria. My friends, I'm trying to tell you today that school is not a scam. School is not a scam. Like I said, it's not everybody that desires academic excellence. But I believe if you're still on this call, you are part of those that desire it. So don't ever for once think that school is a scam. Even if you're in Nigeria, of course, I think most of us here are in Nigeria, if not all, and it just feels like school is a scam, school is a scam. You just keep showing up. You just keep doing your part. One day it will pay off for you. And I'm being serious. Like, I can't even begin to tell you guys how much that statement is true. That school is not a scam. What you're learning now, what seems so hard, what seems so challenging now to you, and it just feels like you're wasting your time. For someone that is really serious about this academic excellence of a thing, it will make way for you. I said I already gave up on being, I already gave up that, like, I already gave up. But at the end of the day, on the day of our induction, and they said, okay, the pre-induction day, and they said I was gonna be the best graduating student. I didn't see it coming, especially because of all the nasty things that I had to go through, coupled with the grades that were not mine that they were giving me, and then all of that. But I still emerged victorious at the end of the day. This is to tell you that your mindset is very important. Stay on the course. Don't let anybody tell you nothing. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You have to change your thinking. Stop thinking average. Now, this is one thing I want to emphasize today. Stop thinking mediocre. Some people will come and tell me, if I can just have 50, I'm fine. Never, never. If you're on this course, on this call, and you want to be an academically excellent person, you must never, ever, for once in your life, think that 50 is enough or average is enough. Average is never enough. It will never be enough for an exceptional student. You must throw away. In my book, I wrote it, I said, yank yourself off the chair of average. Pull yourself away from that mentality that it's okay for me to just let me just pass and go. No, no. There was a course that was very difficult in 200 level, sociology. Not like it was very difficult, but it was just, I'm not someone that likes abstract courses like that. I'm not someone that, I love hands-on and all that. But sociology was just weird. It was just a very weird course. Why do I have to take this course? But I did not say that, let me just pass and go. No. What do I need to pass this course? They said you have to write a lot. I say, is it to write? It's to write, Abi. No problem. There were big textbooks they gave us, big materials. Share is to read it and to understand and be able to replicate. I said, now me and this sociology today. And lo and behold, I remember collecting extra booklets in the exam hall because I mean, I didn't want to just pass. If I wanted to just pass, you would see it in my effort. I mark a lot of scripts of students in the university, and I see the way they answer questions. I can see, I used to say it, once I see your script, I know the kind of mindset you have. I know the kind of mind thinking that you have. I know that this one just wants to pass and go, just wants to, let me just have the bare minimum and go. But also, when I see a script that this person wants the highest mark obtainable, I know when I see that script. You understand? So it shows, your mindset shows everywhere how you think. How you think. Do you think you're going to be the best? Do you think you're going to make it? Do you even believe in yourself? Do you think you're worth the best? Do you think you are the best? You have to start from there. I can take a whole day talking about mindset, but we do not have time, and I'm already rushing. Like I've been rushing. Please let me have my next slide. My next slide. We do not have time. The next one I have here, it says, no one understands yourself. Oh my God. I think I dedicated a whole chapter to this. I'm not sure, but I think I talked a lot about it. This is so important, especially if you're a university student, or even if you're not a university student. I'm saying this because peer pressure is real. Peer pressure is real, very real. You must know yourself. You must understand yourself. I remember when I was in 100 level, then I followed my friend to a night class, night class. And I don't read. Now I know myself. I can't read if I have an exam or anything, or I want to study. I can't study after eating, or I can't study in the night. Why will I do that? Is it that I sleep and wake up by 3 or by 1 or 2, depending on how long I want to read, and then I study my study, chikena, or in the afternoon, or very early in the morning, or in the afternoon, but that afternoon will be in a very nice place, serene and all of that. But to study in the night, it's not me. So I followed my friend to night class, and I think it was maths or statistics. I can't remember the course now. And my friends, I slept. I would sleep, I wake up, others are studying. I'm like, why am I sleeping? Why am I sleeping? Which kind of village people be this? But it's not village people. It was because I did not know myself. So if you are here and you are struggling with something, a pattern, a methodology, it's most likely because you have not understood yourself. You must know yourself. What time do you read best? How best do you read? Some people read without jotting. I can't read without jotting. When I was in school, I have too many jotters because I just can't read without jotting. Some people will just highlight and they will understand. I not fit do that one. I have to understand what I'm reading, and that happens when I write. I jot down. So you must understand yourself. Where do you read best? Some people read best under the sun. Some people read under shade. Some is on their bed. Yeah, some people read very well on their bed. Some is, understand yourself. Don't try to copy anybody. Don't try to be like, and don't try to copy anybody. Be yourself, okay? I'm trying to rush, and that's why my voice is fast and loud. So if I'm too loud, just let me know. I promise I'm not shouting at anybody. But if it feels like I'm shouting at you at any point in time, please let me know. All right. So no, understand yourself. Please, next slide. I think I have like 3 minutes more. So I have here, I said your association. Check it. Oh my God, this is so important. When I was in 100 level, I didn't have any friends in nursing, especially. I didn't have any friend in nursing. I didn't have any friends. Not because I was a bad person, but just because I did not find people that were gonna, I just didn't see. I'm just someone that's very particular about my association. See, your association can kill you. Ah, I'm glad I have some students on this call. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. You have to check your association. My God, your association can kill you, and it is as literal as that. Check who you move with. Are there people that add value to myself, to me? So now, let's leave that. Let's come back to academics. Your association, you must have an association that spur you to read. That, and I'm not talking exam reading like a lot of students do. It is when exam is knocking, that's when they start reading. I have to say this now. That's wrong. If you are here and the only time you pick your books to read is when exam is a week away, that's very wrong. That's not a sign. That does not show me that you want excellence. That only shows me that you just want to pass and go. I'm being serious. If you want to be an academically excellent person, you must do the extra. That's the difference between extraordinary and extra. An ordinary student will just say, oh, share exam is next week now. We have med surge. Oh yeah, now bring the textbook. Maybe the jack. But no, an extraordinary student, the first day he attends class, or even before he attends the first class of that med surge, he has started reading. After the class, he has read. Do you understand? So that before the exam, his brain has been exposed to the information over and over and over again. So what you are just doing during exam time is revising. I know you've heard this thing before, but it works like magic. That's how I study. In school, I don't wait for exam to come. People be looking at me as scholar, scholar, scholar. See, I don't read personally. In school, maybe it was just midwifery, because that midwifery, I mean, registered RM, to get my RM, my registered midwife's diploma, was when I know that I read long. But apart from that exam, I didn't read long. I don't read long hours. I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. How some people will read 8 hours at a stretch. I don't know how to do it though. But what do I do? Little, but consistently, but often. I don't know. I think it's the compound effect they call it. I read. I had a timetable then. My goal was I must read at least 2 hours every day, regardless of exam or no exam. Of course, exam period I read higher, but non-exam periods, at least 2 hours every day. And what am I reading? What they taught me that day or the day before. Maybe I couldn't read it. What they taught me, I'm trying to go over it. Oton is nothing hard. If you could imbibe this in your own schedule, I promise you will see changes. You don't need to wait till exam. I'm telling you, don't wait. Don't try it. Don't do what? Don't try it. Don't try to wait till exam. Thank you very much. I have 2 more minutes exactly. Don't try to wait till exam. Oh. I know this is for somebody here. Once you are taught, even before you are taught, I had a method then. Once they teach me that thing, let's say this is my note. On top of the notes, once I read it once, I'll put tally 1. When I go back to read that same page again, I'll put another tally. So that by the end of the whole semester, on all my pages, on top, you will see like 3, 4. That means I've read it 3 times. I read it 4 times. When I come for exam, I don't need to struggle to remember information because it is stored. It is stored. It is stored. My brain has been exposed to it over and over and over again. Somebody is telling me in their heart, they say, Nurse Balogun, there is no time to study. We have a lot of courses, a lot of things. You need to learn time management. You need to learn time management. You need to learn balance. There are a lot of you are taking on a lot of things that you don't have energy for. You should not be taking on. You don't know how to say no. All these things. I mean, you just have to work it out. Okay. Again, if you feel like I'm shouting at you, I'm so sorry. But I promise I'm not shouting at you. This is just the way I talk when I'm very passionate, because I'm passionate about things like this, and I'm trying to beat time. So finally, oh, I think this is the final key that I have here. Good. This is the final key I have here. Please, let's go to the next slide. I think that's the last slide. Oh, this is not showing in the color that I put it, but I hope we can see it. If you can't see, I'll just read it out. This is just my thank you. This is just my final notes to you guys. It's just my final note. Now, we often say we want success, but our calendars tell the truth. If I looked at your schedule for the last 7 days, would I see your goals or just your wishes? Excellence is the moment you stop negotiating with your potential and start honoring your commitments. The world has enough average talent, I'm telling you. What it is starving for is intentional mastery. Do not leave this room intending to try. Leave this room deciding to execute. Your future self is either going to thank you or forgive you. Give them a reason to say thank you. We often say, oh, okay, that's all. Give them a reason to say thank you. Your future self will thank you for a decision you will make today about your academics. So I don't know who you are. I don't know. You can feel free to reach out to me anytime, any day. I really love doing things like this. I mean, this is my passion, my calling. And also for our book, congratulations to the winner. Yeah. Congratulations to the winner. And we're gonna get it to you. We're gonna get it to you. Meanwhile, I think moderator, I'm going to hijack it from you. Sorry. Okay, don't let me hijack it from you. I wanted to ask if anyone had questions, but let me just allow you to do your thing because of our time. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for having me. Thank you to the team, Favorite Nurse, for having me. God bless you and have a wonderful day. Bye. Okay, I'm still here.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Maya. Before you leave, thank you so much for that. Because yeah, even with the fact that I've left school, still all these things they resonate with me. I could see myself when you were saying. So there are some times that there are some courses that no, I would expect JNS, for example. I would not say I want to start reading from because I believe that it's something I could cover up. But there are some courses that you know that you have to start reading this thing from. Say pharmacology, for instance, you have to start reading this from the onset. So, and now you should know what it means to be academic excellent, to be academically excellent. And I love the point that you brought up, that it is the grit. It shows the passion. It shows how much you want to do it. It shows your intentionality. So but I would love you to just help me with something, ma. Because yeah, we actually have student nurses, and also we have nurses for those that might be watching the recorded version of this session. For those that for nurses that are already out there in the world, because we're coming from personal branding, then down to content creation, how you put the brand out there, and how the academic excellence is the foundation for it all. So for nurses that okay, yes, they are done with their school, how can they still improve with this academic? How does this academic excellence resonate with them as of now that they are either working or into other fields of practice? So how can they do that, ma?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Very solid question. One thing I forgot to mention is excellence in itself. What excellence is. Excellence is something that will show wherever you are. So now, academic excellence, how can you bring it into the workspace, especially as a nurse? And now, of course, you guys already know that working as a nurse is not just limited to the hospital. You can be in the academia like me. You can be in research. You can be in tech. You can be virtually anywhere. Now, you will need your knowledge as a that foundational knowledge as a nurse, that those things you learned in school, you will definitely need them. Now, how you can bring them in is that you do not neglect, you do not forget, you do not put it away, say, I've graduated, oh, I'm done reading. Don't try it. You can't, you shouldn't do that. Of course, we have nurses that do it in a way that, but you it will tell. When I was working in the hospital, I mean, I have some clinical experience background. When I was working in the hospital, there was a clear difference. Not because I like to show or something, but people that would go back to study, not really do plenty studying, but say, okay, this my patient has this condition, I've never heard it before, or this drug I've never seen, let me read about it. And then the ones that will not do anything, the difference is there. The difference is always there. Oh my God. The difference is always there. So how you can imbibe that is that little, like we said, thank you for that comment, Rhoda. I saw compound effect. Compound effect is just that little thing that you do consistently over time. That little good thing, little positive habits that you create and you repeat over time. So if you are a nurse in the hospital or wherever you work, you will always need to refresh your memory. You will always need to gather and garner new knowledge. You always need to, you understand what I'm trying to say? So do it. Say, okay, every day I'm just gonna study a little bit and gather it. Especially for a lot of us that want to leave the country. For some people, you will need to take exams. So how do you do it if you don't have the mindset of excellence? So I don't know if that answered the question, but I believe it did. It's all about the compound effect. It's all about being intentional. It's all about being consistent, showing up and just gathering this knowledge. It's not just for students. It can never just be for students. Even after you graduate, you will still need to show excellence. That's what will stand you out. That's what will stand you out from the crowd. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much, man. Thank you so much for that, man. This has been very, very insightful, and it is value rich. It is value rich, honestly. Because I'm getting the fact that you being excellent doesn't end at showing in your grades or what you. It has to be what you have been able to impact in others, and which you have been doing excellently well. I am a partaker of that, and also you've even given us a book that would even help with this. So this show that you've been able to reproduce your method in other people to show how excellent you are, and also I would love everyone to hold on to this as she mentioned the pattern. There has to be a pattern in your excellence, there has to be a pattern of how you do it and it brings forth results. So if that pattern shows that okay, yes, this thing works, this is how you've been doing and it works. So and also la cram, la pour, la delete, like I like to add. So if you cram, pour, delete, then that is the end of it. So the next time something that you might even need it come, you would have to start trying to remember. That is because you didn't want to do it to be excellent at it. You just need it for that moment. Thank you so much, ma. I really, really appreciate it. And I know that the audience are also appreciative of what you've given us today. And I pray that God will continue to take you higher, would continue to enjoy more and more of you. There will be no less from you in Jesus' name. And all of us by the end would also be able to reproduce what we've learned today. Would also be able to say, yes, thank Team Favorite Nurse, thank all the guests, thank you for being able to help me to this point. And thank you, Ma. If we'll be reaching out to you
Thank
concerning
you.
those
Okay.
that won the person that won the book, and also
The
for
book.
anyone that wants to get the book. So we'll be reaching out to you, Ma.
Okay.
Thank you, Ma. Do have a nice
Sorry, there's a
day, Ma.
thank you. Sorry, there's a question in the comments.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
someone has a
All right.
question in
Okay.
the
She
comments.
said, thanks for the opportunity, Ma. From Bethel Evans. You mentioned sociology in 200 level, but we are doing it now in 100 level second semester. My question is sociology a theory exam or objective?
Okay, can I know what school that is? Because I'm talking from
Yeah,
a different school, University of Ilorin, that I
University
attended.
of Ilorin. Yeah.
So, so I don't
I
know
think for University of
what
Ilorin, the
school.
100 level, they do their sociology as it's jointly with other sociology students and it's CBT. So, but I don't know the
Now it's
school
now
yet.
CBT.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. The
Okay.
new system
Okay. It used to
has
be in two.
a curriculum they're using has imputed it to be
Okay.
CBT. Yes.
So Bethel Evans, I hope that answered your question. If you're from Unilorin, that's your answer. But if it's Uniben, it is they do it. The new system has to actually is now first 100 level, second semester, and it's objective as well. Yes, not theory. But I was talking from then when we did
Yeah.
it in
But
200
you
level as
so
theory. Yes, that was.
101,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, ma'am.
Thank you
So,
so
all
much.
right. Yeah, do take care, ma'am. All right, thank you all. Thank you for being here till this moment. Thank you for not being tired. And I know that yes, you've gained a lot. You've been impacted, and I know that it is still going to show in whatever you do. Don't make excuses. Check your calendar. Like she said, say check your calendar. Is she going to see the dream? Is he going to see the dream? You acting on the dream or just wishes? So it shows that yes, you need to put all these things into practice. You need to put them into practice and also work with them. That is the only time they can bear fruit. And I would love to tell you that we started with how these topics connect. Your academics excellence has to build your competence. Now, your personal branding shapes your perception, while the content creation amplifies your voice. So, with this, you know that this is the focus of the Beyond Nursing Conference. It goes beyond bedside, it is in bedside and outside the world. So, you have to have this, you have to have this. And thank you so much once again to all our speakers for how much they've done for us, how much impact they've given for us. So, as we conclude, today's session that shows us that nothing is not confined, it is evolving, and you have to evolve with it, maintaining your excellence. So beyond the hospital was there are opportunities that lead to there are opportunities to lead, there are influences to make, there is influence to create, and there is chance for you to grow. So and it starts with these three things we've talked about today: building a strong personal brand, striving for academic excellence, and also using platforms like content creation wisely. Wisely. So the future of nursing is just it's not just about what you know. It is about how you position yourself and how you show up. I thank our speakers for and everyone here for being a part of this conversation, and also um I would want all of us to key into this, make good use of this, do not waste it. Also, you can still share out the link, subscribe to it so that you won't miss any of these impactful sessions, and also send out the links. Let other people that are unable to join, let them gain from this. Thank you, Nurse Motunrayo, Nurse Bada Kinroda, for helping us create a platform like this and also helping us push nursing and team favorite nurse. God will continue to help you. And I wish all of us the best. I pray that our life is an evidence of all we've learned. Do have a wonderful week and beyond. Thank you. I remain Alaba Emmanuel. Bye for now.